Today I'll explain EMF equation of a transformer. Okay, so in transformer we will get the sinusoidal flux. Okay, how we will get the sinusoidal flux? That means for transformer input we are applying the sinusoidal voltage. Okay, when we are applying sinusoidal voltage is primary winding of a transformer will get alternating flux in the iron core. Okay, magnetic iron core. So the sinusoidal flux links with both primary and secondary winding. Here when we are applying sinusoidal voltage to the primary winding of a transformer, when the current flowing, when we are applying sinusoidal voltage, the sinusoidal current will flow through the primary winding of a transformer. When the current flowing through the primary winding of the transformer, the flux will be produced in this magnetic core, magnetic iron core. Okay, the flux will be produced in magnetic iron core. The flux will be distributed the entire magnetic core. So because of the flux we will get the EMF induced in that conductor or coil. How we will get the induced EMF in that conductor? From the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, when the conductor or coil is links with the magnetic flux, an EMF is produced in that. Okay, so we'll get the primary induced EMF because of mutual self induction, because of self induction. Okay, here we'll get the flux, magnetic flux. So we are giving the input is the alternating voltage, so we are getting the flux is also alternating. Okay, we'll get the flux in alternating flux only. Okay, so pi m is the maximum value of the flux. Pi m we can represent the maximum value of the flux. Flux we can measure in Webers. Maximum value of the flux that we can measure in Webers. F is the supply frequency. In AC we have frequency, right? So in AC we have frequency. So F is nothing but frequency. Frequency we can measure in hertz. Frequency we can measure in hertz. After that we have number of turns. Number of turns is the N1. N1 is the number of turns in the primary winding of the transformer. N1 is the number of turns in the primary winding of the transformer. Similarly we have N2. N2 is the number of turns in the secondary winding of the transformer. N2 is the secondary number of turns on the secondary winding of the transformer. Okay, pi m is the maximum value of flux. Flux we can measure in Webers, and F is the frequency of the supply. Supply frequency we can measure in hertz, and N1 is the number of turns in the primary winding, and N2 is the number of turns in the secondary winding. So pi is the flux per turn in Weber. Flux per turn in Weber. Based on the number of turns we'll get the flux. Okay, based on the number of turns we'll get flux. From the diagram we can say it is the alternating flux. It consists of the two half cycles. One is the positive half cycle, one is the negative half cycle. First half cycle the time period is the 0 to pi. Positive half cycle time period is the 0 to pi, and that flux is we can represent with pi m. Pi m. And after that pi 2 to pi. Second half cycle, negative half cycle time period is the pi 2 to pi, and that flux is the maximum value of the flux is the minus pi m. Okay, so frequency we have. Okay, so from the Faraday's law, when the flux is links with the conductor or coil, an EMF is induced in that coil or conductor. Here E1 is the EMF induced in the primary winding. E1 is the EMF induced in the primary winding. So E1 equals to d psi by dt. D pi is nothing but number of turns into flux. Okay, flux is the, here pi is the flux per turn in Weber. Okay, so n1 into pi, pi equals to, we can write n1 into pi. So E1 equals to minus n1 into d pi by dt, means rate of change of flux we have based on the time period, the flux linkages will also be changes. Okay, n1 is the number of turns, minus sign will get, we have the applied voltage. From Lenz law what we are getting cos, that will be opposing. So E1 equals to minus n1 d pi by dt. This is the primary induced EMF. We have alternating flux. Pi is due to because of AC supply. So pi equals to pi m sin omega t we can write down. Okay. So E1 equals to minus n1 d pi by dt. Pi is nothing but we have alternating flux. Alternating flux we can write down pi m sin omega t. Pi m sin omega t we can write down. So E1 equals to minus n1 sin d by dt of sin omega t we can write down omega into cos omega t. Omega into cos omega t pi m. Okay. So after that n1 omega pi m minus cos omega t we can write sin of omega t minus pi by 2. Minus cos omega t we can write sin of omega t minus pi by 2. Okay. So this is the induced EMF. Maximum value of induced EMF we required. So E1 maximum equals to n1 omega pi m. But omega equals to 2 pi f we can write down. Okay. E1 maximum value is equals to 2 pi, omega is nothing but 2 pi f n1 pi m. So RMS value always we can write down in terms of RMS values only. So E1, ERMS means we can represent E1. So ERMS equals to EM by root 2. E maximum value by root 2. So ERMS value equals to E1 by root 2. Okay. So E1 maximum by root 2 we can write down. So E1 equals to root 2 pi f n1 pi m. So pi equals to 3.14, we'll get the value of E1 as 4.44. We'll get the value of E1 as 4.44 f n1 pi m. This is the primary induced EMF. Induced EMF in primary side of the transformer or else primary winding of the transformer. Similarly we have secondary side. So secondary side what we can write down means E2 equals to minus d psi by dt. So where psi is equals to n2 into pi we can write down. So E2 equals to minus n2 d pi by dt we can write down. Here flux is the AC supply. So pi equals to pi m sin omega t we will get. So E2 equals to minus n2 d pi by dt of alternating flux we have to note down. That means pi m sin omega t. So E2 equals to minus n2 d by dt of sin omega t we can write omega into cos omega t. Okay. So minus n1 omega into cos omega t pi m we can note down. After that E2 equals to n2 omega pi m cos omega t. In terms of sin we required sin of omega t minus pi by 2. Sin of omega t minus pi by 2. So we required maximum value of EMF. E1 maximum is equals to n1 omega pi m. means E2 maximum is equals to N2 omega pi m. So here omega equals to 2 pi f, we can write down omega equals to 2 pi f, we can write down. So E2 maximum equals to 2 pi f N2 pi m. E2 maximum equals to 2 pi f N2 pi m, we can write down. So root mean square RMS value is E2 equals to E2 maximum divided by root 2. So E max E1 equals to root 2 pi f N2 pi m. So next, when we are substituting pi equals to 3.14, so the equation will be E2 equals to 4.44 f N2 pi m. This is the secondary induced EMF in transformer. The primary winding of induced EMF is represented with E1. Secondary winding induced EMF is represented is the E2. So E1 equals to 4.44 f N1 pi m. E2 equals to 4.44 f N2 pi m. Primary induced EMF and secondary induced EMF we have. So E2 by E1 equals to 4.44 f N2 pi m divided by 4.44 f N1 pi m. So E2 by E1 equals to, so 4.44 f is cancelled and pi m is also cancelled. So N2 by N1 we will get. So that should be equals to K, transformation ratio. Okay, E2 by E1 equals to N2 by N1 equals to K. That we can call it as the turns ratio, or we can call it as the transformation ratio also. Here pi m is nothing but Bm into A. A is the iron, area of cross section of iron core, and B is the maximum value of flux density, and B is the maximum value of flux density. This formula we can use when we are solving the problems on EMF equation. Sometimes they will mention area of cross section of iron core. Sometimes they will mention maximum flux density. Okay, by using this formula we can calculate the maximum flux. Okay, here E2 by E1, E2 is the primary induced E2 is the secondary induced EMF of transformer, E1 is the primary induced EMF of transformer, N2 is the secondary turns on transformer, and N1 is the primary turns on transformer. Okay, this should be the transformation ratio or turns ratio. Okay, this is about the EMF equation of a transformer. We have primary induced EMF as well as the secondary induced EMF. Primary induced EMF will get the self induction, secondary induced EMF will get the mutual induction principle. Here 4.44 and F is the constant values. Flux is a variable. Based on the number of turns we'll get the flux. Okay, number of turns also fixed value only. Okay, based on the turns we will get the flux. When we are calculating the flux, we can substitute this formula also, Bm into Ai. A is the area of cross section of iron core, and B is the maximum value of flux density. Okay, this is about the EMF equation of a transformer. Here in transformer always we will get the alternating flux. Why? Because we are giving the input is the alternating only. We are applying input is the alternating. So we will get the alternating flux only. Pi equals to pi m sin omega t. Okay, from Lenz law what we are getting cos, that should be opposites. So we can write down E1 equals to minus N1 into d pi by dt. This is about the transformer EMF equation.